What's he doing?
Look, being alone, avoid saying these things. Let me explain. A little.
Human beings over the last 200 years have never worked harder, yet they're consistently being told to work more. Because to truly be free, you have to hustle your way out of the rat race. All of this is happening in the background of the biggest fall in living standards since the Napoleonic era. That voice telling everyone to work harder, to earn more money, to escape the rat race, is called hustle culture, and it's a bigger problem than you think. Hustle culture is personified by one man, and I believe one man does it so perfectly that no one else could serve as a better example. That man is David Goggins.
Goggins is described as one of the toughest men on the planet. He's the only man in history to complete elite training as a Navy SEAL, Army Ranger, and Air Force Tactical Air Controller.
He's a machine, there's no other way to describe it. And for the most part, I'm a follower of what David preaches. Hard work and discipline has never really hurt anybody. Well, apart from David himself.
Do you know his knees are destroyed? His knees are so fucked up, the doctor, when they examined his knee, said, I can't believe you could walk. Forget about running thousands of miles. How the fuck are you walking on these knees? His knees are bone on bone. The bone had distorted because it was just bone on bone and inflamed. So he had to get it cut, sliced, and wedged.
David is a remarkable person, and his achievements are clearly a testament to his philosophy. But every human being has their limits. So what do you do when you reach that limit? You see, for ordinary people like me and you, that might not look like a broken knee at the end of a 100-mile run. It might actually look like a panic attack or an extra sick day. But for many doctors, they would call these symptoms of a problem called burnout. The Mental Health Foundation reported that over 74% of the UK were found overwhelmed or unable to cope at some point in the last year. Now, this isn't just an everyday problem. It's going to continue and it's going to get worse. That's because hustle culture actually thrives off this feeling. Many people feel like their jobs are getting them nowhere and thus feel a need to escape. And when people are selling it to them in ways of exercise or dropshipping, they usually go for it. This explains why this culture is growing so popular. It satisfies a problem that most people have with society. People are being overworked, yet they're not earning enough money to truly be free. That is a dangerous situation for someone that is close to that limit we spoke about earlier. And I'm gonna be really honest here. The reason why I made this video was because I myself was feeling a bit down, and I came across a TikTok from a doctor who told me all the symptoms of burnout. Lo and behold, I had quite a few of the symptoms she listed. So as anyone else would, I looked at the rest of her videos and tried to find out if she had an answer to the burnout problem that so many across the UK are facing. Her solution?
So this is where you need to take sick leave. Most people need 3.5 months off work, but some people need up to a year, and that's because of the number that burnout does to your brain and your body.
Be honest with me, do you guys know anyone that can afford 3 months off work? Because I don't, I definitely don't. So all of this tells us that whilst hustle culture provides a way out of unhappiness at work, like your physical health, your mental health also has a capacity. The big question is what happens to people when they reach it. I think you ultimately end up with two options. The first is continuing down the path that we're currently on. Almost 3 million people in the UK are out of work sick, with most estimated by the IPPR to be struggling with mental health issues. So basically, those who are at their limit are currently being told to ignore the warning signs, get back into work, and otherwise face sanction or not being able to provide for your family. But it doesn't have to be this way.
Well, you know, this could turn into a habit. Millions of people enjoyed an extra long weekend for the Jubilee, and of course a shorter working week the one before that. But how about a 4-day week all year round?
That sounds good, right? Just imagine Thursday was the new Friday. Hustle culture, Andrew Tate and them man there would love that, bruv. They would love that. An extra day to grind, yes. But seriously, although it's not the be all and end all, it's the solution. We need to see a world that prioritizes human beings that live day to day rather than survive day to day and are here to thrive and accomplish great things rather than just simply make money for someone else. A better world is possible.